Hello, welcome. My name's Tim Burbage. Welcome to Tim Burbage Reads. And today I am very excited because I'm going to be doing an announcement for a buddy read. So I am planning this buddy read at the moment with Rebecca Nicole at Rebecca Nicole Reads. She is a great channel. She's much bigger than me. But she's interested in this book, reading this book, and this is one of my favourites. I can't stop talking about it, so I'm joining in, and this is a video to announce to you if you want to join in. So a buddy read is where you read along together, and what I'll do is I'll have videos updating, maybe talking about my thoughts on the book. Maybe I'll get some time with Rebecca. Time difference is a thing because she's in the States and I'm over here in England, but we'll see what we can do. And talking about the book, and then you could join in the comments below, and it's like having a book club. This is going to be, I want to build suspense with what the book is going to be. So let me just read a few of the blurbs that I've got. So, dear reader, you are about to enter an enchanting world unlike anywhere you have ever been. That's from Ken Liu, author of the Dandelion Dynasty. Then we've got, if you haven't read Jin Yong's work, you haven't yet fully experienced the fantasy genre. This is from Fonda Lee, author of the Greenbone Saga. Then, one of the world's most beloved writers, his work in the Chinese-speaking world has a cultural currency roughly equal to that of Harry Potter and Star Wars combined. That is Nick Frisch from The New Yorker. And then, like every fairy tale you've ever loved, imbued with jokes and epic grandeur, prepare to be swept along. It's Jamie Buxton from the Daily Mail. So this has got high praise from people. This is from a writer who I think has sold about 250 million copies of his books. But these have only recently been translated into English. This book started as a serial in a newspaper in Hong Kong in the 1950s. And then kind of got combined, and it was rewritten again as it was all combined, and has recently been translated. The book we'll be reading is the first of 4 volumes. It's a series of 4 books, but it's all one story. It is split up into 4 volumes. And I think I've done the build-up enough. So the book is A Hero Born by Jin Yong. This is the first in the Legends of the Condor Heroes series. This copy is from Maclehose Press that I got in the UK. There is a really nice edition that Broken Binding have just released an edition. I think Sam Harrison has just bought that on my nagging. So let me read the blurb to you to describe what this book is. So, China, 1200 AD. The Song Empire has been invaded from the north by its warlike Jurchen neighbours. Half its territory and its historical capital lie in enemy hands. The peasants toil under the burden of the annual tribute demanded by the occupiers. Meanwhile, on the Mongolian steppes, a disparate nation of great warriors is about to be united by a warlord whose name will endure for eternity. Genghis Khan. Guo Jing, son of a murdered Song patriot, grew up with Genghis Khan's army. He is humble, loyal, perhaps not altogether wise, and is fated from birth one day to confront an opponent who is the opposite of him in every way. Privileged, cunning, and perfectly trained in the martial arts. Guided by his faithful Shifus, the 7 heroes of the south, Guo Jing must return to China to fulfill his destiny. But in a land riven by war and betrayal, his courage and his loyalties will be tested at every turn. This is by Jin Yong, even, and translated from the Chinese by Anna Holmwood. This edition. Now, that was a very cool sounding blurb. So this is historical fantasy. Some of the characters in the book are real historical figures, such as Genghis Khan, and others are fictional. The fantasy part of this isn't about spells or wizards or mythical creatures. It's about taking the elements of Kung Fu and bringing it to the next level. So the action is all martial arts, and in the martial arts they accomplish superhuman efforts, and that's where the fantasy comes in. Now, this book isn't that long for a fantasy book. This because it's the first volume, because actually it's one big story. I think my edition here is about 380 pages, and the text isn't too small. It's not tiny text, and there are some pictures in, such as that. So it's not too long a book, and I was thinking how to break this read-along down. I want to do this for the whole of January. So I'm doing this video now so that you can go and buy the books yourselves before Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate in the middle of winter in the Northern Hemisphere, or ask for it on a list, or get it as a gift or something like that if you're interested. Or you can put in requests at your local library or find an audiobook or something like that. So I want to give people enough time to get on this bandwagon that I am driving. The pro of joining this read-along is that you can join in and share your thoughts, and you can share your theories, because I've read the whole series. I finished the series last year. I read this a few years ago because my brother bought it for me for my birthday, and then I didn't read the others until last year. So I know what happens, and it'll be interesting to see what theories come out and what are thoughts on the characters and things like that. When the con is, you will hear me talk about this book a lot. The con is going to be there whether you're in the read-along or not, so might as well join in. But no, I'm really excited. I was thinking of, there are 9 chapters in this book. And so I was thinking of the first week of January, everyone try and read chapter 1 and chapter 2. Second week of January, chapter 3 and chapter 4. Third week of January, chapter 5 and chapter 6. And then the final week of January, chapter 7, 8 and 9. So I think that's a reasonable pace. Each chapter is between 40 and 50 pages. So it's about 100 pages a week, which I think is doable. I think it'll be fun to kind of read along, and I'll be struggling to not just read all the way to the end, and hopefully you'll be struggling too. But I'll record videos about each section, talking through it. What are some thoughts? What are some bit of foreshadowing that's appeared? But what I really like about this is I've never read a book set in ancient China. I've never read a book about Kung Fu where karate and martial arts are the main, the fantasy parts of it. I think the characters are really interesting in how this feels like a fable to me, or a fairy tale. You know, it's mentioned in one of the blurbs because the characters they represent much more than just themselves. The action I find is brilliant, and I love the themes of honor and loyalty and how that can put characters in a bind because 2 of their shifus, senseis, are maybe fighting each other. And there's some other things as well going on which I don't want to get into because that's a bit spoilery, but I really, really love this book, and I really, really want more people to read it because the sequel book, the translation has just come out, and again, it's just the first volume, and I need that to be fully translated, otherwise I'm going to go mad. So, yeah, that's my announcement, is that I'm going to be doing a read-along, and I really, really hope you guys join in. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment below if you have this book, if you've heard of this book, if you've read this book, if you're looking to join in, and I'll see you all in the next one. Now, get out of my house!